game on Monday, just 24 hours away, and then Berkum Chelsea versus Hartlepool is even bigger now, considering the results that we've seen today and yesterday.
Yeah, when we look at the results, especially today's game, it puts pressure on Bofo and of course Great Olympics, because after Dreams FC equalizing, it still makes Bofo be in the relegation zone, and now Olympics is likely to drop. Because when we lose at home at this particular stage, it's very difficult for every team playing at home. So, maybe Olympics finding themselves in the Ghana Premier League, to be honest. I've already said on this platform, when you look at the teams playing in the Ghana Premier League, when you are taking about top 5 teams with quality squad, Olympics is one of them. They have players, when they enter most of these teams in the Ghana Premier League, they will command a position in their team. Asikwe, Christopher Nete, Oko Grapman, Setre, Adomako.
Inconsistency.
These are all players. Glasson Awaku, Razak Kassim, Emmanuel Entry. What I said, they are all quality players in the local league, but the result is not coming.
Awaku, Craven and Tincha. What is inconsistency?
Awaku, sometimes it could be an inconsistency. I think sometimes.
I'm talking about Great Olympics, the team themselves.
Yeah, I think, the players are not living up to expectation. And I think Jimmy Kobla is talking kind of kakra. And no worker could have found a way to get the results like this at this particular stage. And that is one thing that Jimmy Kobla is not giving them. Maybe I'm finding myself in currently in the Ghana Premier League. And my situation here difficult at the moment. And looking at how House of Lions is coming, they are likely to pick an away win from now to the end of the season. Now we have 5 games to go. House of Lions will 2 home games, 3 away games. They are likely to pick 1 away game in the 3 away games that they have in the Ghana Premier League. So it puts pressure on the teams now. 2 home games. There are 5 games left. If you have 2 home games, if you have 3 home games. When I come with 2 home games, they are in a danger zone. And Olympics is one of them. They need to be careful. Looking at their squad, looking at what they have done in the Premier League in recent times, Olympics don't deserve to go to the Division 1. They have a strong team, but
Baggett, when you say they don't deserve, if you don't win, you don't get the 3 points, you don't draw away, you don't win away, you deserve to go to relegation, unless you're saying the system might be against you, but fair and square.
It's because of the squad I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this current squad don't need to go to it. That's where I'm coming from.
But yeah, if you look at the league table now, those are the bottom 3 there. Bofokwa, Hearts of Lions, Karela, and then to some extent RTU.
Karela is quite okay.
RTU is there.
If you don't win at least your remaining home matches and 2 matches away on the road, you can't pull from this relegation. This is the tightest relegation fight we've seen in some years. Last season it wasn't like. By this time I think Kotoko Royals were gone.
Yeah.
You understand? And it was Olympics and the rest that were reshuffling among themselves. Tamale City as well. So if you look at what is happening this season, the 3 teams there at the basement, for any of them to come out of that relegation zone, they need to at least win 2 matches away from home. Would they be able to do it? That's another conversation for another day that we'll live to see. But because today, Bofakwa in their camp, I know there will be so much tension. There will be so much panic, because at this particular point of the season, dropping points at home might come back to haunt you at the end of the season, because as you are dropping, your rivals or those battling with you to survive the relegation are winning at home. And Pandu Heart of Lions yet again managed to pick the points against Instrateman. Mustafa Yakubu, their top scorer from Division 1, popped up with the goal on the 22nd minute yet again for them to be able to help them. So if you see the league table, very soon I know they'll put the league table up there for us to see. You see that there will be a little bit of shift, or the gap being closed up on each other, and that makes it so interesting.
Jacob, I didn't try today. Had a good game. Kotoko winning Legon Cities. The referee, we don't have to talk much about him, do we?
No, it's okay. I'll give him about 75%, in today's game. He has done a good job, and it's okay. And Kotoko deserve to get the maximum 3 points. They played a good game right from the first half. You can see, Omo are eager to get the maximum 3 points, much more than, Legon City. So I'm not really surprised they were able to get the maximum 3 points. Maybe the changes that came in the second half, they didn't show up to help the cause of Asante Kotoko. But right from the first half, the selection that he did, you can see they are eager to get the maximum 3 points for the club.
Was it they were eager, but on more opponents, Legon cities, they didn't seem to be that eager. At any point of the game, you didn't see that energy to get back and compete and combat. That fighting spirit, I didn't see it. Maybe you guys did.
I think the first 15 minutes of the second half, that is where I saw Legon Cities was trying to come in.
But if you look at the general play of Legon Cities, they didn't carry much threats, not even on the counter-attack. They were just heckling people in central midfield. To the extent that Nicholas Mensah, the club captain, he was so lucky to survive one of them, and the coach had to hold him off to the substitution. But if you look at what Kotoko did, basically, they half and puffed, and then they tried this pinball into the den here, Mukwala, to shoulder the defender and to create the space for Nuruddin to score, speaks volume. And that tells you that it's a complete teamwork today. And at this particular point in time, it's game done and dusted.
I mean, 3 minutes.
There was no way back.
3 minutes into the second half, you score a second goal. And I'm thinking, why don't we get more goals? Should be the mentality.
But yeah, if you look at the general play of Manchester City, they created decent chances in the second half. But their top marksman, Steven Mukwala, yet again, wasn't at his ruthless best, clinical best to put away the chances. But the quality of the pinball into the channel speaks volume. The rate at which and the weight on the pass.
From into Menu.
Yeah, into Menu, the weight on the pass and the pinpoint accuracy to pin the ball in the air.
I must be the only one who was saying.
Drop for Mukwala. And Mukwala did what a striker should do. He put his body in front of the defender to shield him away.
I'm one of the few that will probably think it was a bad corner. The cross was poor. The defenders were sleeping, and Kotoko players took advantage.
No, yeah, I was talking about the pinball back by Intim Menu, not the initial corner. When he whipped the ball into the box, the way he clipped the ball back into the channel for Desi Mukwala to control. But I think the goal came as a result of how Mukwala managed the situation in the box. He trapped the ball onto the turf, used his body circumference to block the defender. So at that particular point in time,
you must be stronger than
his teammate had the full glance at goal and
watch
the ball.
The defense. Watch again. You've got to be stronger than that.
I think the number 4 settled player should be strong enough to clear the ball away.
Right.
He didn't do that, but it's the awareness. Here, they had enough bodies to deal with the threats, but they were not doing the simple thing. And look,
I think Nuruddin too was smart. Yeah, he was rather going for the ball.
The reaction.
So he left the ball for Amdus Intimenu.
Suleiman Mohamed, yet again at the heart of this, the Legon City centre-back. He didn't close him down. You see here, close him. Try nicking the ball away from him. But the moment you allow him space, he has seen 3 players
okay,
here.
so the defenders of Legon Cities, what exactly were they doing? Leaving, as a Omujat, 3 key players in the heart of their box.
Mukwala, Peter Aminuakwa, and of course Nuruddin Mohamed.
And what was Nuruddin?
In between Nicholas Mensah and the other central defender.
Number 47.
What was Nuruddin? What was Nuruddin doing where he is now?
Well, if you look at the frozen screen before this, when the ball got whipped into the box, he was closer to Intim Menu. Yeah, look, yes, the producer has done a brilliant job. Look, he was closer to him. At the time he was trapping the ball, he can feel it, he can sniff it.
Let me go and position myself.
He keeps stepping backwards. And when Intim Menu was doing all the dilly-dally here, step over, trying to con him, initially, all these things, attacking players do it to draw a foul or a penalty. But when he realized that the defender was hesitant to commit, the second eye gave him another option to look at the 3 players, Mukwala, Nuruddin and co. But the clip on the pass,
the chip,
to pin the ball, very, very brilliant play from him.
I'm a friend of exquisite.
And for Mukwala, this is what strikers do. Here he has an advantage. He trapped the ball, shielded the defender.
Defender should be on the other side.
There was no way Joseph Amu was spotted number 26 jersey for Legon Cities here. It's either he found Mukwala and to be a penalty. And the moment he shielded the ball onto the turf,
defender was wrongly positioned.
Nuruddin having an advantage. So he opened himself, making himself big. So the defender had nothing to do. And Nuruddin Mohamed has seen the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper has seen the threat. So he stepped out. He did himself. He just put the top of his foot before the laces through it. And he got the execution perfectly. Strikers have gotten chances like that and they've wasted it. So for a defender like Nuruddin to execute this to perfection speaks volume. That tells you about his calmness and his composure.
That is a good chance for them. And for Mukwala to leave the ball to even Nuruddin Mohamed to score from that angle it's one thing that I think, Mukwala did a great job on that for Nurdin to score, because he was in the better position to score much more than Mukwala, because Mukwala has used his strength to shield the ball, for Nurdin to score. So, a good goal for Asante Kotoko. That assurance goal that they needed in the second half to guarantee them that 3 points. So I think it was an important goal for them to score in that game. And in fact, in the second half, Legon City tried to come in the game, but the goal was the goal that killed them, and I think it was an important goal for Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, he just lashed out and got it in. The goalkeeper was looking at his players, but then I had too late. We'll go back to Babayara, get Nana Dakwa as he talks to the coaches at pitchside to get their views on that. But of course, in between, bring you updates from other venues. All the matches have finally come to an end. And when we take a look at the table, it will tell you that not easy Emma relegation teams not at all. Now the relegation battle might be drawing in the likes of Great Olympics. Dreams, they have enough experience and enough, and outstanding games to sail through. But Great Olympics must be very careful. And this is the chance that hit the post, was it? The free kick?
This was the only time that Legon Cities actually threatened Kumasi Asante.
The keeper was beaten.
He was beaten, but Kotoko were lucky. The rebound never fell back kindly to any of the Legon City's on-rushing attackers. The ball rattled the goalpost and then deflected wide. And Kotoko were left off the hook.
A big culprit in missing so many chances in this game. He could have had a hat-trick easily.
Yeah, he should have scored more goals. When you look at the goal king chart, where Amankuna finds himself, Asamoah Freeway finds himself, and all these players, opportunity like this, and that's simple in some of these Premier League games, especially when Kotoko struggle to score 2 or more goals in Babaya Sports Stadium. When you get opportunities like that, you need to score more to say a chance and a cost for you to win the Premier League goal king. So I think Mukwala should have scored more than one that we saw in today's game.
No doubt about that. Nuruddin celebrating calmly. I think he was even more surprised than his teammates at getting his first goal for the Porcupine Warriors. But going to the bench, tells you how important it was for him to do that. He was a doubt for this game because of that neck problem. But good move. He decided to get into position as if he knew something was about to happen. There he is, backing up. And then watch, he turns and instinctively kicks the ball. It was almost just a kick out, maybe in a defensive mode, but a good goal in the end.
Brilliant goal. And his awareness to be able to do that speaks a lot. So you see here, look, here he just got it. The calmness, the precision, the direction. And I'm so much impressed with this young chap, number 44, Emmanuel Kote.
He's beginning to pick up.
Decent wing back. Initially, people questioned the reason why Kotoko should sign him. They were saying that Akram, my fees on that Akram Boko.
Yeah, we've had Carlo Ancelotti, probably the greatest coach, whatever. He's won so much and everything. But when Asante, he was not at Madrid to let kids play, but win titles and win trophies.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. With Mark, he's a win trophies. He has a Zambia on linking. So he needs to be on top of it.
In the first round, Emmanuel Kote was the best right back we saw in the Premier League for Nswana. So making a move to Asante Kotoko is a big elevation as a football player. And first 2, 3, 4, 5 games, he was struggling. But it looks like in the last 3 games, we started picking. One thing about footballers is that when you have consistent play in a certain lineup, it tells you coaches in and football team, the staff, and the last 3 games, he has been playing the right back. The game against Samates, the game against Mediama, and now against the Legon Cities. Playing 3 continuous games, playing for 90 minutes, it means confidence and right back position, gradual, and I'm sure on no opportunity near enough rest in the summer. Any team no pre-season. The Kote that we saw at Temala City and of course in Swatremai will be back in the Kotoko team.
Oh yeah, and here again another move by Legon Cities, but you watched that he had to try from distance because they were not able to get those.
They were basically reduced to half chances because they didn't have enough bodies on top of the pitch to trouble Kotoko. In the team shape of Kotoko this afternoon, they played to the tactical plan of the manager and they kept it. They were so decent, they were so disciplined. So basically,
here again, Mukwala.
You see, Mukwala's problem is he's not the calm person most of the time when he's in those kind of positions. When he's calm enough, he can score multiple goals. Today, like you rightly said, if he had been calm enough in front of goal, he could have easily popped up with a hat-trick in this game because they've created enough decent chances for him. And if you look at what Kotoko are doing, I think the attacking players today played a perfect game for them.
And Blackgates, when you look at the Kotoko team, they start their transition right from Nuruddin Mohammed. So anytime, Fede Kasari gets the ball, they try to locate Nuruddin Mohammed because he's got the, eyes to give passes right from the defense to the attack. He locate the wingers and try to give the ball to them, and it's something that is working for Asante Kotoko. I think he's a good passer and very good ball playing center half. That is one thing that's helped him in today's game. Nuruddin in today's game has been a good player for Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, goalkeeper was almost on holiday, Asari, for Kotoko.
Yeah. Basically, I saw the free kick that hit that rattled the goal post. He had no serious threat to deal with. That's why you have to give thumbs up to Nicholas Osei Bonsu, Nuruddin Yusuf, Sharif Mohammed, and Emmanuel Kote, the 4 players that play at the back line.
And when he should pass, he shoots.
Yeah, that's
still a young player.
his decision making.
You're man of the match, though, for this game.
Well, if I look through what I've seen, I think Enoch Morrison was decent out there, but first I said Eric Zeze, but if I look at things properly, I think Emmanuel Kote, the right wing back, played a
Baba
very
Yaya?
good game. Baba Yaya, yeah, but he got fizzled out at the dying embezzle. But Emmanuel Kote was at the heart of everything that Kotoko did throughout the 90 minutes.
I'll go for Nuruddin Mohammed.
Zeze did enough.
I'll go for Nuruddin Mohammed.
Okay, let's hear from Coach Prosper Ogun at pitch side with Nana Dakwa.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
These are the things you love to see as a coach.
Sure, winning is what our teaming supporters always want. So once we win, they are happy and we are also happy.
Now walk us through what did the trick for your side in this game.
I think there are 2 pivots. They are the key architects of their game. So we try to play some man-marking game there, where we didn't allow them to play. And then their wingers also cutting. So we make sure that our 2 pivots, anytime they are cutting in, Morrison, which is on the left, will face him directly. And if he's cutting in from the left to Andrews, who is on the right, will face him. So that Kote will be under. So it will be very difficult for him to play a combo or even take a shot at goal. And then again, we saw that they are not that fast as a defensive line, and they play high up. So what we decided to do was to play the ball, look for those pocket spaces behind, even though most of the time Steven was caught offside. But I encourage him that even if he stays 10 offside and the 11th one, it results in a goal. That's all that we want. So he should keep going. So I think basically this is what worked for us.
What kind of player have you turned Morrison into? He's playing in a role that many didn't know he could flourish in that role, and he's fitted in so perfectly in that role. Kotoko are yet to lose.
Yeah, I think it's a plus for himself, and it's a plus for us as a technical team. We spoke with him when we had challenges in the middle of the park, and he told me I should try him there. He will be able to do it. So we did a few tactical training, and then we started him in the summer test game, and he's been working well. We are showing him videos. He's ready to listen, and I think it's good. All that he needs to add to his game is to try to search forward anytime we are advancing forward. He shouldn't sit right behind the defensive line. He should join the attack so that we'll have more men up front. He's a super player now.
You kept a clean sheet today, but a check on your statistics table indicates that you scored 27, you've considered 25. You must be worried that although you didn't concede today, you've let in a lot of goals this term.
Yeah, and that has actually led to where we are today, because we've considered some goals that we shouldn't have considered. But then it's part of the game. It's a learning curve for us as a technical team, as a playing body, and as an entire team. We need to defend well. The principle is that if you cannot score, you don't allow your opponents to score. The moment the opponent scores, they gain their confidence and they take the game to you. And I think we need to work on that. We are gradually working on it, and I'm sure with time we'll get better.
I'm looking at your team and I'm thinking that with every player getting close to complete fitness levels, you might be having selection worries. Sharif combined perfectly with Nuruddin. They kept a clean sheet. Blade didn't play today. Ensu didn't play. Quite a couple of them on the injury list alongside Lamte.
It's good, but it's happening at the wrong time. We needed them earlier to be able to get a very compact defensive team and offensive team. But then sometimes that is it. From the beginning of the season, we told them that some of them will be peaking getting to the end of the season. So if they are not having the opportunity to start playing from the beginning or in the middle of the season, they shouldn't worry. Their time will come. And as you have rightly indicated, everybody is gradually peaking. And I'm sure when all the injured and the sick players are available, I think it will give us a lot of headache.
Asari got a late yellow card that rules him out of the game against Brecum Chelsea. Tell me about that. Is it going to be a worry to you?
Yeah, I mean, we all saw it from his body language that, I mean, he was not happy. But then it has happened. The most important thing is the bread that you have on the table. And the bread we have on the table today was these 3 points. So once we've gotten it, we have very capable goalkeepers in the persons of Moyes and then Dan Lad. So we can have equal replacement. We only have to talk to him, to psych him, to let him understand that it wasn't something that he decided to do, but it just happened. And we need to move on, and he also needs to move on.
Another win after meeting Otumfuo. He said the team belongs to the fans. What do you have to tell them?
We are happy. Today they came, they sang, they supported us. I didn't see the ranting when they made the errors, and which is good. I'll keep telling them this, because the more they rant at the players, the more they boo and hoot at the players, the more tense they become when they are playing at Baba Yara. So when they are playing, the boys are playing and they make petty errors, they should calm down and support them. Because the moment, if you talk to these players, that the moment they make the error and they hear the booing, the hooting and the ranting coming from the fans, they become tense, they become nervous, they become apprehensive, and it affects their technical execution. It affects their positioning and repositioning on the field. So they should keep this spirit for the rest of the 5 games, and I'm sure we'll be able to turn things around.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Hi, Zeze. Congratulations for winning the man of the match. How did you see this game?
It's a good game. It's a good game. Thank you for the technical team, for the supporters, for the support you give us for the team. Yes.
But in the last 3 matches, you beat Samatex here, you drew against Mediama, you beaten Legon Cities here. What is happening to Kotoko now?
Yes, everybody is happy. Everybody is happy. Thank you, God, for the victory. Thank you for the technical team for the work. Thank you for the supporters, for the support you give for the team. It's okay for the team. The win is okay for the team now.
About your performance, tell me about your performance, man of the match.
My performance is the training. You see, the training is very, very hard, very comfortable. All the players now is happy, so it's normal for the game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Monsieur Zeze, très bien. Is that well? Choosing to speak English. Yeah, he's getting more minutes, so I think he's beginning to get into a rhythm. He's a fine player.
Brilliant.
Just needs to.
He has that count.
Yeah, there's more to his game. Hopefully next season, if he stays, he'll be a better player for Kotoko as well.
Yeah, sure.
But are you okay with the man of the match?
Yeah, I'm okay. I tipped him because in the first half he played some brilliant patterns.
I was going for Yaya.
In terms of his positioning, in terms of his awareness, in terms of the way he arrived, his timing into the box, and he was at the heart of that passage of play. It's just that we didn't have one of the highlights where they played like 3 different interpositions in a triangle on top of the box, carved out, but finally the final delivery hit the side netting in the first half. And if you look at that, you could tell that it's a typical training ground move. And if you have players that are aware of each other, off each other's shoulder, and they play the ball in quick passages like that, it basically takes out the confidence of the opposing team. Sorry. And in this afternoon, I think he was at the heart of everything that Kumasi Asante Kotoko did in the bigger chunk of the game, about the first 70 minutes of the game. He was one of the best players out there on the pitch. And with Zeze, it's all about his mentality. The talent-wise, you can't fault it. He has it in his armor.
He says training now is...
In terms of... He just needs to show it on consistent basis, because for Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Hearts of Oak, you can't play in patches, or you can't pick matches that you shine in the limelight and then the next game you come and play something else. You've got to be consistent. You've got to play better than your previous game. That is the only way that the fans can take note of you, and then they'll always put you up there and rate you highly in everywhere that they find you.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll take a look at the results again. I mean, discuss them briefly before we wrap up. But you're also, Nana, also you're okay with man of the match.
You know, Eric Jose is a fantastic player. You know, when he decides to play, he's the best number 10 in the Kotoko team. You know, he's a better player than Mabayaya and Enoch Morrison and the likes. But, you know, inconsistency is one of the things that is worrying Eric Jose. When he decides to play, one of the best attacker midfielders you can get in the game, either behind the main striker or operating from the left side of the midfield. It's Nobeka number 11. That is the best position you can get Eric Jose operating from. So when he decides to play, it's a delight to watch in the Ghana Premier League. Eric Jose is a very good player in the Premier League.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking about the results, what it means, and I think one result not surprising. Don't forget, Media are defending champions. It's almost a great Olympics, and yet surprising as such. But what it means, and we'll see that soon when we take a look at the current table, is that Great Olympics must be careful because they're getting drawn into that relegation zone where Hearts of Lions also picked up a win against Nswatraman. Relatively United, are you surprised by that? Regardless of form, no? Some attacks have lost to Kotoko and RTU away because they perhaps didn't fight enough. I mean, RTU is fighting for their life, right? But if you want to win the title...
In fact, Kotoko will go to RTU, their home venue. So it tells you, you know, getting this maximum 3 points at home. Maybe the last days they can do something for them, even though I doubt. But I think, you know, this win against Samates is a big and a statement win for them in their survival in the Premier League.
So nothing changes at the top between the two sides? Midiama, look at them, they've gone up.
For Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Hearts of Oak, it's pride. And mind you, the position that you finish in on the league table has some financial... It's not only the first that will get some financial reward, except the medals and the trophies. I think the second, third, fourth will be rewarded with some cash as well. It's there in the FA's.
Midiama, they had so many challenges traveling, you know, to North Africa, you know, younger, losing. I mean, they had a lot of problems because obviously when you're playing Africa, you need full concentration. They were balancing things. Having been eliminated, they've come back and look at where they are. Perhaps, I'm saying perhaps guardedly, and yet African distractions, Midiama could have defended their title if only the Ghana Premier League was their focus.
I wouldn't say African distraction because you look at TP Mazembe, you look at Mamelodi Sundowns, you look at Al Ahly of Egypt. They are on top of their leagues. Ali basically is walking away with the Egyptian leagues. Mamelodi Sundowns have won the South African Premier League. Yes, you will say that...
It takes time to get into that
it takes time to get into a groove.
The dynamics between teams from West Africa and some of these countries are different. You were in Kumasi when the Algerian team was coming to Ghana. Private jet right from Algeria to Kumasi, not even to Accra.
Straight.
Algeria to Kumasi.
And they brought everything.
Just last week, you know, when Dreams was hosting Zamalek right from Egypt to Kumasi. So they went midweek, they were playing a game, they won an away game in the Egyptian Premier League. So their dynamics is different from teams from West Africa because of financial issues and, you know, our travel arrangement and stuff. Moving from Ghana to Egypt, sometimes you have to pass through Italy or Turkey before you go and play a game in Africa. So sometimes we from West Africa, it affects us.
And also I wouldn't even say the time, but sometimes the weather and the environment. But you've got to give them credit. They're on 43. Mathematically, they
are still not out.
Yeah, if Samatex lose the remaining games and nations don't take advantage, Midiama, but of course that is very...
But yeah, the Midiama win is a statement win. It puts pressure on Samatex. Maybe throw Midiama chasing Samatex than nations chasing Samatex because when they have the experience, they have a strong squad. They have a big squad who can compete. You know, we have 5 games to go, even though Samatex will have 3 home games. When they get that 3 home games, they've won the Ghana Premier League because now it's 9 points separating them and Midiama. So just win all the 3 home games, you are Premier League champion.
Right.
So that is a big start for a team like Samatex. But Midiama, per this away win means they can win the rest of their away wins in the Ghana Premier League.
Right.
They can get it. And so it will put pressure on Samatex. Now it's a league, you know, Samatex the clear answer. But this particular win from Midiama is a statement win on the Premier League.
Yeah, barring any last-minute hitches or slip-ups, that is unthinkable from Samatex. Last 2 weeks I was here, I said I tipped Samatex to win this league. Mediama can give them a chase, but I can't see Mediama catching up with Samatex. Mediama, with all the things they've done, I really admire the club, the way it's being run by Mr. Moses Parker and his team. They are doing a brilliant job. And Go Force just gave them a brilliant stadium that they'll start using very soon as well. Currently, that's the bars in town. The Mediama, the Takwa Stadium, the TNA Stadium. It's an all-round roof. I think it's 10,000. It's
fantastic
a
edifice.
Beautiful edifice. And no one goes to the stadium to go and complain about the scorching sun, because you go there, you are being roofed completely. We love to see things like that. So Mediama, I personally admire what they do.
And a nice new venue to look forward to next season.
Yeah, it will be interesting, and I know very soon, maybe it's not some national matches under 17, under 20, they can take it there and play it there.
Okay.
Also, that is the reason why most of the times I like, having, more game day.
So let's just take a look at this. Obviously, the number of matches for Dreams to catch up is, I think, 4, 5.
Matches.
I mean, that's a lot of points in there.
That's 12 points.
12 points for them to just move up at their pace, as it were, and they've got the experience to do that. Tano Bofakwa are living on a tight edge, and look at Great Olympics, just 1 point. So Hearts of Oak under a lot of pressure to go and win in Brekum. And they've got to show character. They've got to show the never say die attitude and spirit. They can do it, but will they? And can Ouattara turn things around? That's a big game for them against Boedu.
You'll see, Real Tamale United moved closer. Tano Bofokwa 33 separated. They have played 29 matches, same as Hearts of Lions, separated by 1 point. Dreams
Next
FC.
weekend, Great Olympics and Bofo, their 2 matches would play a lot, because if they both win and Dreams still win, they will not change.
Yes.
If Great Olympics win and if Tano
At this
Bofokwa
point
win.
in time, I am not thinking about Dreams, because based on the number of matches that Dreams have, I basically, per what I know in the Ghana Premier League with experience, Dreams FC will get themselves out of this particular situation. But if you look at the battle, this battle will go down to the right day of the season. It will be like in 2015. The season Heart of Lions got relegated after losing to New Edubiasi in
Have you forgotten last season?
Last season,
Olympics last day.
Survived on the day. The previous season, Legon City survived on the last day.
Okay, so Olympics, this is what they have to do. They have to beat Legon Cities. They have to beat Dreams to be safe. And then, they need to negotiate. Yeah, these are tough games. You play Kotoko and Hearts. By that time, Olympics will be hoping.
These are their last 5 matches.
Yes, these are last 5 matches. So Olympics will be hoping that by the time they play Hearts of Oak, they are okay, because Hearts would love to send them back to relegation.
Yeah, Hearts of Oak, any given day, will never do Olympics any favor in the league, because Olympics will never do Hearts of Oak any favor. So if Olympics need that point to survive relegation, then they will play out of their skin to beat Hearts of Oak on fair grounds to survive relegation.
6 matches.
Asante Kotoko, they will be playing Legon Cities in Dio, and Legon Cities are proving that when you come to their home, they have a way of beating you. So it's tough for Olympics. Like Nanaidu was saying, Olympics need to be extremely careful.
But Tano Bofakwa, also, we need to look at their fixtures. And
Heart of
Karela
Lions.
look like they're getting away. Heart of Lions,
Personally,
Tano.
I think Olympics can get 10 points out of these games.
Okay.
At least 10 points. They can get at least, a draw against Legon Cities. They will win against Hearts of Oak. They can get a draw against Asante Kotoko. Win against Brekum
And
Chelsea.
they said they will win. If when they meet Hearts of Oak and almost situation they'll be under a lot of pressure than normally.
Because Hearts of Oak themselves, they are hot.
If indeed.
The game so I mean slow for Olympics to get the maximum win is the game against Hearts of Oak.
Unsro.
If
If by that time they've picked up points against Legon Cities, Dreams, even if it's a draw, Brekum Chelsea, fine. But if not, then they have to beat Kotoko and Hearts, getting towards the end.
the game I'm afraid say difficult at the Olympics is the Legon City game. They can get a win against Dreams, a win against Brekum Chelsea, a draw against Asante Kotoko, and a win against House of Oak.
Interesting. Tano Bofakwa, are they?
One thing that people need to know is 5 games here, okay, you will see more away.
Msaka 6. Okay, for the
Those who have played
29 games.
Yes, someone more, but say yeah.
We are playing with 29. So be almost 29, and the game near outstanding.
5 games.
So it means we have only 5 games.
34 matches.
By the 5 games now, we will see more away wins in the Ghana Premier League.
Okay, 055-846-2088. Yeah, Kukumas and Mr. Bismarck, right? Good evening, sir. Pacho, Intio. Yo, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You. Hello.
Yeah, it's you, Pacho Penny.
Yo, good evening. Hey, my friend Aboibo. Hey, me who watch you, Mr. Aboibo. Now go ahead.
Francis, you be sorry.
Me patch on me oh.
Oh, hey.
Me da say.
Why are they now? I born and the other said, there's a house in the Kotoko. The air parents, you be free relegation, the Yatima Badavipa. And the account Olympics, you have one back, you have more friends, no market. Because I'm here enough for. In this case, you know, yes, Remo, Yana, Bambi, no, Grano, Mabano, the teams, you know, Muska. You can know what the year you man stop your phone, but yeah, you're not going to be over. So, and the house in the Kotoko, I am calling relegation, remember? But the members of the trial say, Olympics, yeah, more monko. Yeah, a bit trying and calling relegation, more Olympics that come next year and a lot of say, yeah, no, my medals. My friend, but Yaman and I are moving out with Yamai.
But yeah, Kotoko, no doubt, from Okasa.
Kotoko, but may have the things you know, house in the Kotoko, I call you, I may manage it. Ah, Asante. Olympics is who my Omoka and Things you know about from number, maybe I have no Marco. You would have more when you're monument drew on bedroom, you don't better properly. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, that's but oh yeah, supporter. So you cannot speak for the players or the management, but I get what he's saying. Also, Olympics, your allies.
Yeah, it feels like Olympics is like
can't go to relegation.
If you know football, you know that Olympics and Hearts of Oak, they have no love blood between them. It's football hatred. It's not personal hatred, but football hatred. The two clubs, Olympics will never ever allow Hearts of Oak to beat them.
Close.
Yeah, so if someone is hating Hearts of Oak,
but
then the person will definitely be an ally.
Clubs not mabano muska. Does it? Yeah, okay, which means that they can mobilize their supporters. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily referring to Midiama. Midiama has been around for a while, but the Summertex and the rest.
Nations FC,
yeah.
Summertex.
So they can mobilize their supporters better.
Yeah, they can do that better. But if you look at the league itself, this league, for the past 2 seasons, we've realized that the supporters play a critical...
Black Western North. Hello, good evening, Mr. Usansa. Hello.
Hello.
Me pacho it's you.
Lady Carmebo Kotoko Fabaso.
Okay.
I will put media yet. Kakra American to contact me now, but then you say at the Panababa 5 matches in our account. They are good to me. I'm a media by the next supporters will be on you say I'm going to next part. They need to be Chelsea. They need to be happy for me more. The what the asset, the team is new one. The Kaka, you say you have to America.
All right, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Keeping it very, very short and snappy. There are the scenes there from Kotoko as the coach goes round, to congratulate his players. It's normal. This is what they normally do. And the next game is against Brecum Chelsea. Should be an interesting encounter there. Let's take a look at the relegation battlers. And Bofokwa, the goalkeeper was there. Bofokwa Tano Bofokwa, their next 5 games would tell us whether or not they can survive. And there you go. Very tricky. They travel to Samatex. The host Midiama, who are also chasing for... And easy. They travel to Legon cities. And they host Brecum Chelsea, and then they travel to Asante Kotoko. But I think, this is what I think. I think you guys should tell me what you think. That's what I think.
But for what they're in trouble. Away to Samatex, who wants to win the league? It's a den. Aside this season...
It's a defeat.
It's a defeat. Okay. Aside Nations FC beating them there, no one survived there. Mediama...
Who are chasing.
Mediama will not play soft. Never will they play soft. Legon cities have proven that it is their home form that keeps them in the league. They've just beaten Brekum Chelsea and Hearts of Oak on the bounce.
Yeah, let's pause there. I think Tony is on the line. Tony, good evening. To say.
Yeah, good evening. Bacho, BBI Boko.
Over every Kuma's home.
Yes, actually.
What's your match no?
I'm a share match and yes, I go. Now, Kakre can say, for strikers, no, I say, to convert chances needed because in our next home match and which is against us, no. And yes, I go. And she say, chances made by me and convert here, and I had me. See, best for the coach and say, on working on conversion rate, no. Now, apparently, so, Money and Kaka were a national keeper against some matters when I look at then against Legon cities. The only has a more late actors are and shut down more carrier. We are national keeper, and you know, you didn't so behave professionally. Now, Osha said the bear, we know my Nakota to me at 2 pound. I support from us and stepping me at 2 pound. Or the Kumuladia has the share the Chelsea. There's no way to say the Chelsea with my share to folk.
Okay.
But Olympics no Marcino. Like you say, Olympics we need 2-1, and I think they're 2-2 because my client Olympics and relegation sir.
Meaning say agenda no yeah hearts the Kotoko more. I mean more revive it, but right now it's about Kotoko fans saying Olympics must stay. Well, that's quite interesting, but it's tricky. You can't tell unless you win, and then you can say, you know, your opponent or the other team can should win or not. You don't have any say on that at all.
Yeah, the players who play the game, the administrators of the club, they run the club on daily basis. They make the decisions, and it is against the rules of a proper competition like the Ghana Premier League for someone to play soft. And I don't think Kotoko will ever play soft. It's people can imagine or they can speculate, but in reality, they will go at each other. If you look at back to the Bafokwa fixtures, if you look at what Bafokwa is being confronted with, Bafokwa will need to do something extraordinary, unthinkable, to be able to pull themselves out of the ditch that they are basically sinking into.
Heart of Lions, you think have a better chance? Okay, let's go to Ebuakwa region, Graham. Asante region, Ebuakwa State, right? Okay, Ebuakwa State College. Quick one, Isaac. Good evening. Sorry about that. Say.
Yeah, me do more na mo so.
What do you have to tell us?
Me Kotoko team na baso. Say o my Adepa and boy no asoni. Na hello.
Pacho you.
Me Pacho be say me who say has match problem be na buy o mo de questions Wednesday.
A friend of rescheduling Ghana Premier League and StarTimes rescheduling because of either outstanding matches bar now say congestion and TV coverage not much so that is all I can say. GPL GFA StarTimes and decided.
Okay. Because agenda to save them.
Oh, there be say Ochana so your match Ochana.
Okay.
Monday.
As of folk there, no agenda will save them. Say, we are watching them.
I said has only to make relegation. To make relegation.
Oh, anything can happen in this world.
Sure. Sir.
Yeah.
Yo, my Medasi.
Yeah, Kotoko be enter players next year. Oh my idea.
Yo, Medasi. Thank you. You see what a win can do. A few weeks ago, the Kotoko were calling.
Plus 7 points has done a lot for them. Now
Kotoko
40 points.
Fans were calling. You were here. They were not happy. They
wanted him
angry.
out. They wanted him out. And the coach said it in the presser after the game that, you know, when they come to the stadium, he's a young squad. He expected the fans to behave right. They should encourage the player when they go and get. But in reality,
And after that weekend, he started talking.
That's the statement. See, supporters are there to cushion or to elevate the players' performance on the day to the next level. The supporters are there to be able to make the atmosphere in a sporting term hostile for away team, not to take out life out of it, but to make them feel uncomfortable so that they can't give out their best. That's the duty of a supporter.
But supporters are also there to put fire up the
Yeah, but
team
sometimes when
if
the
they miss.
negativity outweighs the positivity.
And then
it has a-
negativity.
The negativity
Yeah,
is when a
support
player
you.
has a ball,
We
you are
support
hooting
you.
at the player. Let's say Emmanuel Cote, young player. Today he played a brilliant game. On days that he's not getting himself, you are shouting. Let's look at Intim Menu, spotted number 30 JC, right? Today.
Almost shouted.
He played, he played a good game today.
Pick up
he
your
got
game.
injured and you understand?
It happens everywhere.
There's this guy, I guess in the Japan, is he the right back? Sometimes they feel like taking him out of the team. But I guess in the Japan, Wafa has been brilliant. Kotoko is an elevation, it's a big game, it's a big club. So it will take him time to get the club into his DNA. And such players need time. That's why some of the supporters will say, I'm still struggling. I don't want to say Akola or Akura.
Okay.
Akola Mbo Kotoko.
Okay, well, in Siabo, it's Yakoji home for now. We need to continue. Guys, final words very briefly. Big game tomorrow, big game on Wednesday.
Yeah, the Ghana Premier League continues, and I wish the rest of the teams the best of luck. And I would like to say very good evening to my godfather in the Volta region, Mr. Joe Ivo, the club owner of Home Stars Football Club. Is the bankroller. This weekend they played against Golden Kick yesterday.
We are PR mob.
Oh no, it's my team.
Every week, every time you give them shout outs.
Oh, he's a big man in the Volta. You know, he puts the Volta football on the map.
And I do PR for Great Olympics.
Yesterday, I met Tony Bebley at Tuba.
Right.
That's Trotef. We played 1-1 with Golden Kicks. So we are still, and Ameu today, Vision FC together with Hokwe United played a cracking game at the Hokwe Sports Stadium.
What was the score?
At the time I checked, it was 2-0 for Hokwe United, and that basically opened up Zone 3A.
3 points, 2 points.
2 point to 2 point gap now, so it's for everybody. But people are still tipping Vision to qualify.
Okay, yeah. Quick one, 10 seconds.
You know, I think, anything about the Ghana Premier League, Ochina, Obia monitor Sports Park, 9 to 12 on radio, 89.7. I'm sure you'll be there for everybody to know what is going on in the Ghana Premier League and what you came back from South Africa, the Adepa, everybody to monitor Sports Park 9 to 12.
Awesome. I'll be listening. Yeah, South Africa, yeah, great trip, of course, business, tourism, and the African Kingdom is the new kingdom where Africans from all over the world are being invited by the great Zulu King to participate. So during the week and as time goes on, we'll bring you more about what happened on our trip to South Africa at the invitation of the great king, and it's fantastic. It's not just about tradition and culture, but also business enterprises. And Africans everywhere in the world of African descent is coming together to form a new nation. It is very, very exciting, and I'll be telling you more about that. So our time is up, though. Let's join our GPL train on Monday. Big game coming up. And on Wednesday, the Phobians as well will also be in action. But the sports back tomorrow morning on Max 89.7 FM will bring you the very latest from the EPL, GPL, Serie A, La Liga, French League 1, and all the big leagues in Africa as well as Ghana. So make sure you make a date for that. Bye for now and have a great week.